MMA. I'm your host, Zach Weicker, and today we got a very special guest. He's a professional fighter with a 4-0 record and will be fighting for Bellator 299 on September 23rd. Please welcome Mark Ewen. Mark, how you doing today, my friend?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to have you. And before we talk about the fight, I kind of like to give the fans a little introduction to you, get them to know your background. So, how and when did you originally get into the sport of MMA?
I got into MMA when I was 16 years old. So I started MMA. I walked into a gym with a friend. A friend of mine was trying it at the school and he mentioned it, and I was like, "Bro, you need to take me with you. This is my shot. I just wanted to try it out." I went at 16, and I ventured off from MMA right away. I started doing Muay Thai because that was the only class you could do the sparring in. So I done like Muay Thai for like 1 to 2 years. Then I ventured back over to MMA when I was like 18 and made my amateur debut. And I've basically been doing it since. But the first class I ever started was when I was 16 in MMA.
Mentioned that you had the amateur fight, your amateur debut. So, what would you say are some of the lessons that you had from fighting in the amateur scene?
Well, I had three losses back to back in the amateur scene early on. So I'd say if definitely plenty of lessons to take away from that. Just there's loads, man. I feel like uh, we are quite blessed in the UK and Europe that we have a lot of amateur fighters and they have a lot of amateur fights. Do you know what I mean? There's loads of regional shows. The biggest thing is just fighting all the time and getting experience. So you get used to different styles, different types of guys, and just kind of fine tuning and well rounding your game. So I believe you should definitely have an extensive amateur career, not like one or two fights. I think maybe double digits definitely. Like once you get to like 10 and stuff, you've seen a lot of different guys, been in different cages, felt different fighters, different moves, loads of stuff. So I definitely think you need to have at least 10 or so fights so that you're experienced. But I'd say that's one of the biggest lessons I've learned is being experienced, being calm, and just being used to the pressure and used to the moment.
Some good experience on your hands. And now of course, you'll be fighting for Bellator. So, what was your immediate reaction when you got the call that you'll be signing for Bellator?
At first, I was actually like, nah. I was like, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take it. I don't know what to do. I was in talks with other shows and stuff. I just didn't think it was I didn't know if it was the right time or not. I was like, it'll come. I was like, the money, these big shows, they'll all come. I don't know if it's maybe me getting a bit of imposter syndrome or something. But then my coach and my girlfriend and people around me were like, bro, let's see ya. It's time. And I was like, right, let's go. And once I kind of looked at the contract, signed the contract, then I got really excited. I was like, this is exactly what I'm meant to be. These are the types of shows and these types of performances that I'm going to put on. The things that I've dreamed of and the things that I'm about to do is exactly what I've envisioned since I was young.
Yeah. And now with Bellator, you'll be fighting on the biggest stage, of course, with tougher challenges. So, knowing all the stuff that you have in the future for you with Bellator, how does that excite you?
Like I say, this is exactly what I've kind of envisioned and wanted since I started off. Not even professional career, but amateur career. I've always wanted to fight in these big stages and sold out arenas and against good opponents so that I can put on great performances and kind of and shine essentially and just climb the ranks and work my way up and just be the best fighter and be the best version of myself I can be. I believe I'll be a world champion. That is the aim. That's what I always look for. That's where I'm heading. So I think Bellator is the perfect place for me there. I'm going to get good fights. I'm going to get good opponents. I'm going to get the sold out arenas. I'm going to get to travel all over the world, which is something I love to do as well. So I'm truly blessed and happy for it.
First fight with Bellator, you'll be fighting Noah Gunnan. Hopefully, I pronounced that right. But stylistically, how are you looking at this fight?
I think if you look at it, like say like a topology or whatever, it's probably maybe striker versus grappler. I think he's got three submission finishes, one TKO, whereas I've got one sub and three stand up finishes. But I believe he's going to come in. He's going to be well rounded. I think if you're fighting on Bellator, you're going to at least need to be well rounded, and especially if you're coming against me, you're going to need to be like well rounded, or I'm going to take care very very quick. But stylistically, it should be a good fight. He's 4-0, I believe. I'm 4-0 also, so records match up. But I just don't think he's fought the type of guys and the level of guys that I've fought, and he's just not on the level of me. So I think that's going to show, and it's going to show quick.
Sure, man. And are you someone that likes to study your opponents, likes to watch tape with them, or does the opponent not really matter too much to you?
the opponent is irrelevant to me, mate. It's always Mark Ewen versus Mark Ewen. That's the way I look at it. As long as I just come in the best version of myself. But my coaches and my coaching staff, like they'll look into my opponent and they'll kind of digress and see what he's good at, where we can work certain things. But as in psychologically in my own head, I just focus on me and make sure I can come in the best shape possible. Obviously, I'm prepared for anybody who comes in the cage. Like I'm not looking past Noah. I'm not underestimating Noah, but I'm definitely not focusing on him because I'm just focusing on and focusing on and trying to control what I can control, and that's make sure I come in the best shape possible.
Yeah, for sure, man. And looking at this fight, you guys are both finishers, both finished all of your pro fights. So for you, how important is it for you not just to get the win, but to finish your opponents?
I never ever look for the finish, mate. It's funny. I've got 100% finish rate in my amateur and my professional record, but it's not something I go in looking for. It's just something that happens. It's something I'm really good at. I've got a keen eye for it. Just dissecting opponents and then getting the finishing touches. But it would be nice to finish this guy in front of this Irish crowd because I know they'll go crazy, and the atmosphere will be electric, and it'd be something like it'd be really cool to feel that and experience that. And I believe I will get the finish, but it's not something I'm going in there looking for. It'll come. I believe I'll put it on him and he'll panic, and then I'll probably get the finish. That's usually how it always goes.
Yeah. And you mentioned the Irish fans, as this will be in the three arena, which is a pretty iconic venue. So how excited are you to compete in the three arena?
That's probably something like I'm really excited about that because I've been here before. I went to corner a teammate back in the day. A good few years ago, I went to the Free Arena. This exact show, Bellator show, in the Free Arena, and the atmosphere was electric. And I was there obviously as a corner man, and obviously as a fan in the stands after, and just seeing the fans bounce around, the drinks flying, singing songs. It was crazy. I don't believe that you get any fans like the European fans. Like they just do it different. And I mind sitting in the stands and was like, I would love to fight here one day. And I just kind of forgot about it and just kind of put it on the back burner. And now look where I am. I'm about to fight in the Free Arena on Bellator in Dublin here. So this is like, I've manifested this and now it's just time to step into it.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. There's nothing like those UK fans. And in the three arena, they host thousands of people, thousands of fans will be in attendance. So I know you kind of touched on a little there, but touch on a little more. How excited are you to be in front of all these fans for the first time?
Oh, I'm buzzing. I believe I'm going to go on here and put on a serious masterclass. I'll do a great performance and just hopefully, I hope, obviously, I'm the second fight on. So I'm hoping the place is going to be busy. It better be busy. They're going to regret it. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to like go out to like an empty crowd. I want the place roaring and blazing. I want it like the main event. Obviously, I'm not the main event, but I would like loads of fans there. So just to see what I'm going to showcase and what I've worked hard to kind of put together. So I'd like it to be busy, just so I can put on a serious performance and them all to see it.
Definitely, man. And this will be the first time a lot of people will be watching as if it's in person or on the TV. So how important is it for you to make a good impression on the fans?
Well, it's good now that obviously I'm fighting on Bellator and they're BBC iPlayer. They're signed with BBC iPlayer, which is BBC's obviously that's
Yeah.
you can view that all over the UK. So everybody that can't make it to Dublin is going to be watching in the house. So, like I said, that's going to be amazing. But I don't feel any pressure, mate. Pressure is a privilege. I'm just going to go in and do what I do, and hopefully the people that tune in and support, thank you very much. I appreciate it, but I've got a job to do, and that's what I plan on doing.
Yeah, for sure, man. And do you know any family of yours, any friends, or anyone going out to support you for this fight?
Yeah, I've got some of my two brothers are going with their girlfriends, and then I've got a good lot of friends going as well. So it should be
Yeah.
good. Lots of people are going, but it's not at the point anymore where like I'm having to run about and sell tickets. So I don't really know who's going. People are just saying to me, "I'll see you there." I'm like, brilliant. Some people might pull it. I don't know, but like I've said, I'm just focusing on me and making sure I go in there and get the job done. And after that, I'll celebrate the people that came to support me.
Definitely, man. It should be a good one. And of course, with Bellator, you'll be able to travel the world a little bit, go to different places. I know we talked about this a little before we got on air, but where are some of the places you would like to compete in with your time in Bellator?
Well, obviously, I think it's going to start with the European series for me. So hopefully, get to Milan. I've never been to Italy, man. I'd love to go to Italy, see for the pasta and the pizza and stuff. I definitely need to fight there and then stay there for a couple of days and enjoy myself. I've been to Paris. I'd like to go back to Paris. That was nice. I love Paris. But then, mate, I really want to get to the States. I want to go over to the US. It's time to start conquering that US market. I'd love to go to places like Long Island, New York, anywhere in New York. But where else? What about is the Mohegan Sun? I see they do a show there. Where is that?
That's in Vegas.
Vegas. Oh well, mate.
Yeah.
Obviously,
There's a
the
lot of
dream
places
is
in
yeah,
Vegas.
the dream is the dream is to fight in Vegas. Always has been. Like Vegas,
Yeah.
I know it used to be MGM was a big one, obviously, but you've got T-Mobile Arena, places like that have always been the dream. Mohegan Sun fight there. MSG in New York. Like I want to fight in all these big iconic stages. I'd like to travel the US. Like the US is it's massive, but it's got great iconic venues that I would love to kind of get out and travel to and obviously compete in.
Definitely, man. And of course, we're fighting soon, but it's been a while since we last saw you, as I believe it was December. So, what kept you inactive for so long?
Try to get fights. Just try to get fights, bro. That's always been the case for me because I've not signed a multi-fight contract with any promotion. It's a struggle to get fights. Guys will say no. And I've maybe been a bit stupid, not stupid, but try to get like one fight deals here and there. I went to Aris, took a one fight deal, and then I went back. I was going to take a multiple one until this came along. But before that, I had like offers and that for multi fight deals and certain shows. But I was like, I didn't want to get locked into any of these shows because I just didn't really believe in the shows, to be fair. And I wanted to see the world and fight all over the place. Like I fought in Johannesburg on EFC. But I signed a multi fight deal with them, but they just said they couldn't afford to bring us back out. And then I obviously went to Arif. They were planning to get me back out, and then this came, which was bigger and better, because they just kept kind of saying, "Oh, we'll get you out this month," and then it was later and later and later. I was like, "This is just taking ages." And then finally, I got offered this fight, and I've just had a baby. My
Yeah.
girlfriend and I just had a baby at the start of the year. There, well, not start of the year, but May on May. So I've kind of just been getting used to that. I've been training the full time. Like I'm fit and in
Yeah.
great shape. I'm in the gym year round, but just kind of getting settled into the dad life and stuff, and getting used to parenthood and stuff.
Definitely, man. And with the time off, did you take it as like a sign for frustration at all, or was it kind of like a blessing in disguise as you're able to focus on yourself a little more?
It's hard because there's always a little bit of frustration because
Yeah.
I'm a natural competitor and I want to compete and I want to make a living for, especially now I've got a family. But I believe the universe has a plan for me, and sometimes I just need to just sit back and just relax and just have faith and know that it'll work out. And that's what I did towards the end. And I was like, right, this Bellator deal came through, and I signed that early in the year, so that was like that was before the baby and stuff. So I knew that was coming. So I've been preparing for this fight for months. So uh, I just knew I had to have faith and it would all work out. And now this is the perfect time. Obviously, I've had the baby in May for a good couple of months to kind of settle into parenthood. I've been in camp the full time, essentially training, and now it's time to go and put a performance of a lifetime on. I'm ready to go in there and just to show the fans what I'm all about and show them who Mark Ewen is.
Of course, man. And you mentioned parenthood and being a father. So, how have you enjoyed fatherhood?
Oh, it's amazing. Everyone always says, wait till you become a parent, there's no love like it. And I was like, I kind of brushed it off. I was like, it'll be good. Obviously, I'm going to enjoy it, but until it comes, until the baby's here and you hold it, there is no love like it, man, and it grows each and every day, and it is madness. Like the love I have for my daughter Rue, it is it's crazy. And now I've got this different type of fire inside of me now that drives me and spurs me on to really be successful and to win these fights and fight on big shows and provide for her. Like I'm now a father, do you know what I mean? Which is crazy because I still look at myself as a young man. I'm only
Yeah.
24 years of age, so now that I'm a father, it's like I need to provide for her.
Yeah, definitely, man. And you kind of saw a little bit of fatherhood in your documentaries on YouTube, which was very well produced. But what brought up the idea to you to start making these YouTube documentaries, and how's that whole process been like for you?
It's been amazing. I'll start off with that. It's been amazing working with my friend Cal Moffat. He's good at what he does. But I say good, he's fucking great at what he does.
Yeah.
But the full experience has been amazing. It's something I've wanted to do for a long time. This has been one of my goals since early on when I started out. Because when I started out on this journey, this adventure, being the best in the world, I was like, I want to document it. I don't want to go and do it and then never be able to look back on it. I want to document it. I want people to see me, and I'm happy to be vulnerable and show people how I'm going to do it. Because I want to inspire people. I want to be the person that I want to be the person for the kids that I never had growing up. I never had anybody guide me and show me the way or show me how it was done. Obviously, I took inspiration from other fighters in the UFC and other promotions and stuff, but no one really kind of gave you like a process or showed you how it was done and behind the scenes. There wasn't really much of that, so I've kind of always wanted to show that side. But now I'm working with Cal, and we're just trying to show a bit of everything and just show them what it's like, and it's not all glitz and glamour. The fight game, like there's hard sessions, there's tough times, but we'll go get to all that. But like, I just want to show everything and make sure everyone can see it. Like, this is just a road to Dublin, but this is not. This is just a start. Like, we're going to be filming and documenting from the now. You know what I mean? From until I'm finished in the fight game. Like, we're going to start documenting like loads of stuff. Like every fight I do, we're going to do other like vlogs, and then obviously do a documentary, like a bigger documentary later on. Cal wants to document a film at some point, so fucking I'll be in that. Do you know what I mean? Like, we'll just do everything.
That's really great, man. And they are very well produced. So when you first saw it, were you kind of like, I mean, I know you know your friend's very good, but were you very impressed to see how well produced these documentaries were?
Well, I knew it was good, mate, but I never knew it was that good.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck. I was like,
Yeah.
Jesus, bro. And I think he even blew Shelley because this isn't something that he's really done before. Like, you wouldn't think that. Cal isn't really like that type of like his style isn't like geared towards like the first episodes are kind of like embedded. They're quite cool.
Yeah.
And he switched up on the third one, and it's like he's learning on the job. And the reason me and Cal work so well together and why we're such good friends, and the reason that I'm going to work with him for the rest of my life is because he's a student of the game. He's always willing to learn. He always wants to learn and push himself. He does not think he knows it all. He's always like, so he's always pushing the limits of his own craft, like I feel like I am. So that's why we get on so well. Like, I believe in surrounding yourself with like-minded individuals, whether it's photographers, videographers, businessmen, entrepreneurs, whatever, athletes. As long as you're just all like-minded when it comes to like being ambitious and pushing yourself and that growth mindset, I'm happy to be friends and surround myself with you because a rising tide lifts all ships, I believe.
Yeah. I love that, man. Really do. And when watching these documentaries, something I noticed was that you had a notebook with your goals. And I know a lot of
Yeah.
very successful people do that. A lot of fighters also do that. So what have you seen as the benefit of writing down your goals in a notebook?
I feel like you need to have intention or you wander aimlessly. I know people that go into life and they have no goals and no intention and they just wander about and they never know what they're going to do. And then they say, oh, I'll get to that. Oh, one day. Fuck that, man. I like to write stuff out and I like to get it done. And then there's no better feeling than when you write a goal out, especially a big one. And it takes time and you need to go through some suffering, some hard times until see when you tick it off, when you complete that goal, like getting your hands after a fight, there's no better feeling in the world. There is nothing better in the world. Like that's why I set goals because I'm addicted to smashing my goals. That is it. I started it off as a young kid. I thought I'll set some goals and see how it goes, and I'll work towards them. Then when I started ticking off, I was like, "Oh my god, this is addictive," and it works. So I was like, goes hand in hand. People should set goals. People should have intention, or you're going to wander aimlessly and have no progression. Like a lot of people, when they get old and they retire, they just die because they have no goals. They have nothing to work towards. I believe as humans, we are like striving animals. Like we need to have something to work towards, or we just go stagnant and we'll die. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. I love that. And of course, you train higher level martial arts. So how would you describe your experience there? And what are your relationships like with your coaches and training partners?
They're my brothers, like my best mates. Every single one of my best mates. Like I was saying that to the guys the other day. It's like we need to actually do some more like bonding outside of the gym because we're constantly training. Like we train a lot and we train together, but outside of the gym, we'll do like Christmas night outs and that, and we hang here and there. But we need to start bonding more. But like they are my brothers. Like we're so close. I see them more than I see my family members. Like I swear to God, man, I love each and every one of them. And obviously my head coach James Doolan, man, it's hard to describe what he is to me, but I like he is the guidance that I needed. Do you know what I mean? Now, like I say, I never had anybody guiding me, I never, no one really guided me and showed me the route. I had to find it for myself until I kind of started to become under the tutelage of James, and James is kind of like, and the difference with James is James doesn't tell you what to think; he teaches you how to think. Do you know what I mean? So like James doesn't do this, do that. He's maybe like try this, try that, or he'll give me the space to try it, and I'll learn myself. That's the type of coach he is. He's just different, man. So, and me and James are tight. We're really, really tight now. Each and every fight, we grow closer. I love my team. I love my coach. But Kieran Reid there as well. He's becoming an MMA coach. He used to be one of my teammates. He used to fight as well. He was 8-0 as an amateur then. He's now doing like professional coaching and stuff, MMA coaching, grappling coaching, PTs and all that. He's a great coach. And we've got great guys in the gym. There's a great atmosphere. I love every single one of them and my boys.
That's great, man. And we saw a little bit of the training camp in the documentaries, but to describe more on it, how good has the training camp been for you? And what have you say have been some of the best lessons that you've learned in this training camp that will help you lead on to this fight?
We train hard at our gym, man. We train hard. We go for it. And I know everyone's probably going to say they train hard, but we train hard. And I've like I usually always say when I'm on interviews like this, I'm like, I'll never say, always say, I don't do fight camps. Like, and I don't do fight camps. Like, I train year round. Like, I'm in the gym every single day, and that's like the majority of the guys in my team. Like, we're all just training year round. There's no like, once we get a fight, it's like right now we go into like a specific camp. Do you know what I mean? We go into specific training, but until then, we're just still grafting and still training because someone's always in camp, so you're helping them and getting better. We're just constantly grinding year in, year out, training with them boys, man. And like I'm saying, the coaching for James is just different. The detail, the structure. He's not teaching you what to think, he's teaching you how to think, and we're getting better, and our IQ's growing, and it's like the atmosphere's crazy, the culture's just different. Like that gym, I believe, is going to be a hub in mixed martial arts soon enough. It's going to be like your city kickboxing or your obviously maybe not as big as your ATT, but it'll be up there with them guys. You know what I mean? Like it's going to obviously. I mean facility wise, but I definitely mean it's big. We're going to be as big as these teams, I believe. But obviously, we're not going to have a big massive facility because that's fucking in the US and they just do everything bigger there. But we're going to be one of the best gyms in the world. I truly believe that. I believe we are right now, and it's just time to kind of prove that. And that's the mission that me and my teammates are on. We all want to be world champions. We're not just in the gym and just training for the fight that we've got, like and just hoping to win. We all have big dreams and big goals, and we're ambitious as fuck, and we want to be world champions. You know what I mean? So think about that when we've got like at least 6 or 7 world champions fighting in a wee gym in Scotland. Then people are like, "Oh my god, there's something going on here," and we'll be like, "Aye, we've been telling you the full time. It's different."
Yeah,
James Doolan, man.
definitely you guys are crushing it and you guys are a big part of that Scottish MMA scene. But as a whole, how would you describe the Scottish MMA scene?
It's getting better. It's definitely getting better. The problem is we don't have much shows. That's the problem. Like
Yeah.
you used to have like there was only a to be fair, I used to get a handful of shows and it was growing for a bit, then they stop. And then the problem is just having shows. We need good, reliable shows and good promotions. That's the problem. Uh, there's some new ones kind of developing. Scottish MMA is definitely going on. Scottish MMA is still behind UK MMA and obviously behind Irish MMA. But I believe higher level, we're the ones that are going to change that. And we're going to try and boost and promote the sport as much as we can because it's getting bigger. Do you know what I mean? On that note, I want to try and see if Bellator fancy coming to fucking Scotland. See if they go to the
Yeah.
Hydro. If they're doing a European series, they go to Dublin and stuff, go to London. Let's go to the Hydro, mate. What imagine me fucking headlining that or on that with my teammates, man. That'd be crazy.
Would be a great show, man. And of course, 299 will be a great show as well. And looking at the main event, who do you have winning between Evelyn and Edwards?
I want Fabian, bro. Defo. Team Edwards, man. I want Fabian. I like Fabian. I've been a fan of him for a long time. Hopefully get a chat with him when I'm over there, man. But him and Leon I've watched since they fought in Bama back in the day. Do you know what I mean? And Bama's an old UK show that kind of got disbanded and Bellator kind of swallowed it up way back in the day. So and I watched his last fight against Gegard Mousasi. He looked good, nice fakes, good. Just just overall really well rounded. And Gegard couldn't get a look in. So hopefully he can stop the wrestling of Johnny Elbin and do the same. I want to see him be a champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great fight no matter what. So
Yeah, it's a great card. You've got Aaron Pico as well. You've got Pedro Calval,
yeah.
Mads Burnell. My plan is fucking dust this Noah, and I'm gonna sit with my coach and just we'll sit and watch the fights and enjoy it.
Would you consider yourself like a big MMA fan that like follows the sport even though you're a fighter?
I follow the fighters that I like, but you know what? I'll say yeah, I'm a big combat sports fan. Like I'll watch loads of boxing. I like boxing fights. I love MMA, but I'll no watch. I can't watch shit fights, man. I won't force myself to do it. I see when a fight gets boring or the technique's just sloppy. I'm like, I just turn it off. I can't do it, man. I need to watch good fights, like high level skilled fighters. That's what I really enjoy to watch.
Yeah. And who would you say are some of your favorite fighters you like to watch?
Leon Edwards,
Yeah.
Israel Adesanya, Sean O'Malley, Alex Volkanovski, Jose Aldo. Man, let me think. Who else is there? I like Patchy Mixes in Bellator. I like Mads Burnell, Aaron Pico. They're good to watch. Who else? Who's that welterweight Ukrainian champion in Bellator?
Amazov,
Yeah,
Yaroslav
he's
Amazov. It's
he,
good.
he's shit hot. And then the guy above him, middleweight, he's also shit hot. Trains with
Yeah.
Fedor Emelianenko. I just like watching high level skilled athletes operate, man.
A lot of good guys, a lot of good guys in this sport.
Hmm.
So one day you'll be there, man. I believe
Definitely,
it.
man. Definitely. I appreciate
And
that.
my final question for you is, of course, you mentioned being champion, but what are some of your other goals you have with your time with Bellator? If it's a short-term goal, long-term goal, bigger goals, smaller goals. What are some of your goals with your time at Bellator?
Short term goals is win this fight. That's what I'm focusing on right now. That's a short term goal. Let's say mid term goal. Let's break into the top five. Simple. And then long term goal, get the belt. Get the belt. That's it. Like I believe I could win that belt. Like I talk about preparing for guys. Like I'm preparing for Usman Nurmagomedov. I'm preparing for Mansour Bernoulli, Brent Primus, Benson Henderson. I'm looking at the top five lightweights. I could not name any of the guys that are really below that. I'm not looking at them. I don't even know who they are. And it's not a disrespect thing. It's just I'm just looking at the guys at the top, and that's what I'm aiming for. Like, like the magic of thinking big. I'm just shooting high, and that's it. But I will
Definitely,
be. I
man.
will. I will champion.
I love to hear it, man. Is there anything you want to plug your shout out before we head out of here?
I definitely want to plug Cal Moffat, the guy, the videographer who's been doing the road to Dublin for me, man. If you've not seen that, check that out on YouTube. Like and subscribe, please. Mark Ewen on YouTube. And all my sponsors, they'll be on my Instagram. I've got so many, so please, if you could like and share all their stuff, because they obviously support me and I appreciate it, and that's what gets me to the dance. And my team, mate, my team, fucking high level, bro. Like I just said, man, I probably have said a bit too much, but we are the guys, and it's time to show everyone. Time to show them, man.
Mark, I want to thank you for coming on. I wish you the best of luck in your fight. Folks, that'll be all for today. Until next time.